Hello there. The lighting sucks. I'm sorry about the lighting, but it's over. This is as good as it's gonna get, folks. Basically, I'm not feeling very good. I just puked in a bush. Um, but I was dedicated to having a new schedule. I was like, I'm gonna upload a video, and then the day after that, oh, I'm gonna throw up again. I'm pretty sure it was the patty melt. What's over? Just my stomach. I don't know what happened, but I'm not feeling too good. Anyways, I have a schedule for my uploading, and I was like, dude, I need to lay down. I'm not feeling good. We got a couple people here. Found this other traveler. Her name is Molly. She's in a really badass van. Anyways, she's traveling with me right now. She just gave me this healing rock. I'm just not doing good. I'm pretty sure I might have food poisoning. So I just puked in a bush. And it's very uncomfortable. It feels like it's like right in my gallbladder. It's a healing rock. It's a rose quartz, I think she said it was. Anyways, I lost my light, so sorry the lighting's so bad, but I think it's kind of fitting for how I feel right now. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, it's been pretty challenging to travel with someone else in the Bronco and me in the truck, especially somebody that's an unexperienced traveler. So we've been butting heads. There may or may not have been an actual physical altercation between the two of us in a gun store today. So that was exciting. Pretty sure I have a sprained wrist, which is my editing wrist. So, yeah, that's going really well. I go into a gun shop to buy a gun, and I get into a physical altercation with my assistant. The guy's like, "Leave the store. You need to get out right now. Leave the store." It was a shit show. And so I'm not quite sure if I have food poisoning or it's the negative energy that's making me physically ill, but at least it's comical. Anyways, I'm pretty sure my wrist is sprained. It's like blue. It's always some kind of drama with me, right? I'm such a drama queen. Drama queen meets drama queen. I just so happen to hire the biggest drama queen in all the land. The two of us together just being drama. Anyways, we'll figure it out, but it's been a challenging day. Oh yeah, so there's like this part of my hand kind of hurts and it's blue. And then I lifted up my sleeve and there's a blue vein going all the way to up my arm. You guys can't see it. Maybe I'm crazy. Pretty sure I pinched a nerve. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Thought I'd say hi because I wanted to stick with this schedule of uploading and trying to get back on my YouTube game. The whole reason why we're traveling right now is trying to get me back in the groove, but I don't know if I broke it. Dave, I don't think it's broken because I'd be in a lot more pain. I'm pretty sure I have a pinched nerve just like on this whole side of my body. I don't know. The side of my body is just deteriorating. I've been sleeping in the back of this truck. There's no bed. Oh, I know. Stop being a wuss. Did I fall down? No, it's just because I wanted to see. I don't know, you guys. I just wanted to go travel, and I didn't want to wait until I had a new build. So, but I didn't want to drive the Bronco. So I came up with this plan that I would hire Dawn to travel with me in the Bronco behind me and pay her to travel behind me, right? And in my head, I was like, and then I can get out of Memphis. I can kind of clear my head, get out in the wilderness, get back on YouTube. Like you guys, I told you this is no hidden secret. YouTube is my income. It's my sole income. And so since I turned my hobby into my job, when I don't work, I don't get paid. And unfortunately, we need money to survive. So I let my channel die there for the last 2 months. Watch out, Mouse. It's time for you to lay down. I know you're excited because there's other dogs here, but so when I let it die, I didn't realize. I thought that like my 200 videos that I've posted that get views would have still generated some income where I could take a break. Zilch. Goes to diddly squat. So I came up with this game plan. I was like, I think I just need to like have a mental break. I need some healing. I need some wilderness. I need to be in God's country. I need to, just clear my head, but I don't have a rig that's prepared to do that. So I thought, okay, well, Dawn's my assistant. She's a really incredible worker. She's a very hard worker. She's very fun, as you've all seen. So in my head, I thought it would be a good idea to like hire her to come with me. So pay for the gas, the food, the supplies, and then also pay her a salary to just follow me in the Bronco. And then we could do a photo shoot. So then we would do like a calendar. So essentially, I could make that money back that I paid her to come with me if we do like a photo shoot of the Bronco and me. All the places that I wasn't able to take photos of on my own because it's hard traveling by yourself with 3 dogs. So I missed out on all these really epic photo opportunities. Anyways, that plan spiraled. It just fucking spiraled. So here we are. We got in a fight. Pretty sure my wrist is fucked. She hates me. I hate her right now. She's in the Bronco. Because you can't just expect someone to know how to live in a car overnight, okay? So instead of it being like what I thought it was going to be, this has turned into how to help someone survive living in a car. Because I don't think you guys understand the magnitude. Like, it's so hard to live in a car. It's so hard. Like, 1 week ago, she's dying because there's nothing but flies. It's hot as hell, hungry. You're camping, you haven't showered. It's so different to like not have a bathroom. Like you just need to take a shit and you can't. You need to pee, you can't unless you walk half a mile to the bathroom or you go dig a hole. So I don't blame her. So that's where I failed. I should have hired someone to come with me that was an experienced person that's like been outdoors before, because this trip has essentially turned into me teaching her how to survive outdoors instead of me clearing my head, getting back in my good vibe, my good state of mind, my positive attitude, like enjoying God's country and like enjoying the stars, like none of that has happened because it's just been okay. I need to take care of this sweet, poor soul that is literally suffering. Like, I did this back. I'm starting to notice a pattern. I do the same thing over again. I did this back in the White Mountains. Remember, I essentially hired Amanda. I didn't never told you guys this, but I was paying her just like the same deal with Don, $500 a week plus all your supplies. Amanda made it 3 days in the White Mountains. Remember, so I bought Amanda's van. She came up to the White Mountains. She lasted 3 days in the elements, and then she called it quits and went back to Brooklyn. I need to stop trying to get help from people that haven't done this because it takes so long to learn how to live in a car. It takes like a year. It really does. And so I'm trying to be compassionate, but I'm also losing it. I was telling her, I'm like, you're being right now. She's like, I'm so cold. I sent a screenshot. It's 61 degrees. You're like, put on a jacket. Morgan, shut the door. I'm freezing to death. And then she sends me a screenshot. Her phone says it's 54. So okay, let's battle this out. What is the actual temperature right now? It's just so stupid. Like, but you have to have compassion, right? You have to because it's not easy. It's not easy to live in a car. So I have to stop being a bitch, but I'm having a really hard time doing that. So I'm like, stop being a prima donna, put on a freaking coat. You're not in life or death elements right now. It's 71 in Kentucky. Yeah, it's not that cold. Okay. But yeah, so and we've been filming all this because it is pretty funny. But we lost that camera today. So all that footage is gone, which is pretty upsetting. There's a battle between the power, right? Because we only have so much. I'm just gonna vent. I don't care because it's just the truth. I'm not being mean, malicious. Dawn's a great girl, but so now this kind of just exposes how difficult it is to travel with someone else. We have the battle of the power, right? So I have one Jackery, which I hate to admit because I've talked so much crap on Jackeries, but it turns out it's more reliable than the battery bank that David built in South Carolina. So I'm back to like, okay, Jackeries aren't that bad. We have one Jackery dead. Cigarette lighter broke. Can't get it to charge a Jackery. I somehow left the power supply to the Jackery um, it back in Tennessee. So we only have the cigarette lighter power cord, and now the cigarette lighter doesn't work. Bronco doesn't have a cigarette lighter, so now we can't charge the Jackery. So now all we're relying on is David's janky ass lithium battery fucking power supply that he put together that doesn't work. And it works for a little bit, about 45 minutes. You can get a good charge or something. So it's the battle of the power. I'm like, I need the power for my laptop. And she's like, well, I need to charge my phone and my laptop. I'm like, well, I'm kind of the one that's paying for you to be here. So, like, the power needs to be mine. And she's like, well, I still have a life. True. Valid points. Valid point. Because I don't own her 24 hours a day. So, this is turning into the biggest shit show of all time. Anyways, we need to get back to Tennessee. We got to get Dawn back home. I'm tempted to find a storage unit for the Bronco and keeping it here in South Dakota because now it's kind of convenient that she drove it here because I could just fly her home and then keep the Bronco here because I want to be in South Dakota. It's not going to be this year. Maybe it'll be this year. I don't know. You know me, I go with the wind. So I might just go back to Tennessee and pack things up and find someone to sublet that house. I don't know. I'm going to try to focus on welding for a little while, but leave the Bronco here, fly her home. And then I make it back to Tennessee and change my mind again. And now the Broncos stuck in South Dakota. So, oh, sounds like PMS? Maybe. It's not. It's battling the elements and living in a car. It's just I can go a week without taking an actual physical shower now. It doesn't even faze me. But you guys have to remember, I've been doing this for over 18 months. Like I lived in my Bronco for 18 months. So in the beginning, I remember I didn't shower for 13 days and I mentally lost my mind. I don't think you guys understand. Like when you have the ability to shower, it's that release, being underneath hot water and cleanse. It does something to you psychologically, even like it cleanses you, you know? It's more than just literally cleansing your skin. It's like it does something to you mentally. And so when you're so used to that every day and suddenly you don't have it, I think it does something to your brain because I remember not being able to shower for 2 weeks, and I felt very like overstimulated, and I don't know, I wasn't balanced. So you have to consider that too. If you're constantly getting that like release and having that Zen moment, it's almost like meditation, taking a shower. You don't have that all of a sudden, and you're used to it every single day. It's going to do something to you. So I don't know. Or I'm just crazy. I'm feeling better. Maybe I'm telling you guys, I don't know what it is lately, but like I've been feeding off of energy so hardcore that yeah, us fighting made me throw up. And now look, now that I'm having this like talk therapy and I feel like I'm getting it out, I'm already feeling less nauseous. So it's got to be that. That's why it's so important to not be around a bunch of negative energy because it really does physically do something to you. And I think that I'm becoming so much more in tune with my emotions in the past, I feel like 6 months, that it's like it's real. So like, see, I'm feeling sick again. I'm having these waves of like nauseousness. It could be food poisoning, but I don't think so because I think food poisoning makes you need to poop, and I don't need to. I think I'm just struggling with just negative energy right now. I need to get it out. It's been a rough last 6 months. How are you guys doing? How are you, Davo? If I could sucker punch a celebrity, who would it be? Ooh, that's a good one. That freaking guy. That guy that does the E News. I don't even know because I don't watch his show, but like I've seen like a commercial for this ignorant mother effer. It's that guy. He does the I don't know, the E News. I don't even know his name. That's how irrelevant he is. But oh, I need to throw up again. I'm good. I'm just burping. No more patty milk forever. Hey guys, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, I know. All this barking out there. What are they doing? Hey, we got to put in our work. I need all you guys. We're all working right now. This is work time, okay? I always tell the dogs they have to put in their hours, you know? Who's paying for your food? YouTube. You need to hush hush because no one likes to watch a live stream where there's barking dogs. Am I pregnant? No, that takes sex. I love when people accuse me of being pregnant and I'm like, I get laid like twice a year. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm not talking about sex anymore on these live streams. Some lady told me that that's why I attract weirdos, is because I'm too open with my sexuality. Well, yeah, it's a valid point. So we're gonna try to stop talking. She's like, you need to stop talking about your vibrator. Okay, you're on to something. Michelle's on PS. Immaculate conception. Life has been sad lately. I'm bored. Sleepy Fairy. Oh no. You do you, girl. When do you get a Fran music video? It's coming. That was the other thing. So that was on the list of things for Dawn and I to do was Fran started a band and we've been filming a music video on the road. So that should be fun. It's been really fun to film. Oh, and the generator broke. So we have the generator, the stupid Honda, the one that I was accused of stealing. I'm sorry. I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna. I have no filter anymore. I mean, I never really have, but I've always kind of held back on saying some things when it comes to other people. But anyways, the generator that I supposedly like stole from this guy, yeah, it doesn't work. It's never been reliable. Hence some of my animosity towards this said person. But yeah, so that was our backup plan to charge things, and that doesn't even work right now. So, but we're all right. It's just it's time to get Dom back home. Would I be with a 27-year-old? And it's time to get me welding again, or get it's time to get me back on, or get me started on this project of my new build, so that I can get back to doing what I enjoy doing, which is making YouTube videos and traveling and I don't know, figuring shit out one day at a time, man. Thank you, Be Bleche. Leche? Is that how you say it? Am I quite the catch? Oh, especially right now. It's lighting. And me feeling like I need a barf. Oh my God, someone gave me $50. Thank you, Jay Anto. I appreciate that. Because we all know that's the only reason why I live stream is to get the super chat money. Fucking assholes, man. I was like, if that's really the case, wouldn't I live stream every night? Because sometimes I pull in like $1,000 on these things, and I'm always shocked. I mean, YouTube takes 33%, but just just murder. But anyways, if that was really the case, if I only wanted to come on here for you guys to give me super chats, I would do it every freaking night. What's up, Devin? Thanks. I'm glad to be back too. It's good to talk to you guys. You definitely helped me a lot. I'm 34. I can change a tire and I can start a fire, and I'm definitely not a pussy. Rihanna. You know what? I don't know if I would do this again. This was just a failed plan. We tried. Is Nikki in South Dakota? I texted her not too long ago. She didn't text me back. She gets real busy just like me, though, where we just are out of sight, out of mind. When you're living on the road, it definitely is that kind of life, like out of sight, out of mind. I'm only taking care of what's in front of my face right now. I live in a freaking car. Justin Davis, you think Nikki is snobby? I don't think so. She's maybe a little high maintenance, but aren't we all in our own way? But you have to take into consideration, like when I was hanging out with her, she just rescued that dog. I've been there before. It's really hard to rescue a dog and take care of it. So I don't know if she's high maintenance. I think she was just going through it because of that rescue dog. Oh, Rihanna, shit, at least hit me up. Hold on. Before you leave Tennessee, I'll never. Oh, are you in Tennessee, Rihanna? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. No, I'll be in Tennessee for a bit. I'll be honest, I'm still like a part of me is still in love with that guy, and I'm kind of hoping things work out a little bit. I'm still hanging on to that by a thread. So I don't, I don't know. But then I'm also like, oh, I'm feeling sick again. Hold on. Was it the patty melt? I think I need water. Oh, how's David, South Dakota? Oh, so yeah, I keep forgetting about that. He's doing really well. We've actually been communicating a little bit. We never um, had like a horrible falling out or anything. We just kind of stopped talking. But I was like, I want to go see your dad because his mom unfortunately did pass away. If you're new here, I dated a guy last summer when I was here in South Dakota. I met a guy by the lake and we dated for like 3 months. And yeah, I was staying at his house in order to establish residency here. He was letting me use his address. And then like 1 week turned into two, turned into three, turned into like 2 months of us hanging out. And then we broke up. But yeah, while I was with him, his mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer and she ended up passing away October 28th. So we talked around Christmas time last year and then we just lost contact. But being here, I was like, I want to go see your dad. So I called him and he answered and we got to catch up and he gave me his dad's number so that I can go say hi to his dad because his dad's just freaking awesome. So anyway, so then Dave, he did text me today and he told me that he was going to be back because he's at work right now and he works in different states and he said he'd be back in like a week. So I don't know if I'll see him, but I'm trying to see his dad. Quit lying on me, Ace. Huh. Tony. Yeah, I hope it's doing good. I haven't really checked. I was really honest with Nikki and we've both been honest with each other. I think her and I struggle with a little bit of jealousy because we're so similar. So I told her, I was like, I don't know, because I've been doing YouTube for like 6 years, and so to watch her grow so quickly, like when I met her, she was only doing it for like 6 months, and she was growing so rapidly, it would just like brought out jealousy in me. And so I told her about it. I was like, it's really hard for me to watch your videos or to even look at your channel growth because I'm like struggling with that jealousy. And so I don't check out. And she was like, oh, I can so relate to what you're talking about. So I think both her and I like don't keep tabs on each other's channels because it just fucks with us a little bit. So, but I know we both wish each other the best, and I'm always here for her. Oh man, I thought smoking a little weed was gonna make me feel better, but I still feel so shitty. What's up, Ella? I love that name. If I had a baby girl, I'd name her Ella. Yeah, turning a house into a homestead, evil dog. Yeah, but I'm just not really that interested anymore. The more spiritual work that I do, um, it's become quite clear. Sorry, this lighting is absolutely ratchet, but it's become quite clear that, we've been lied to, you guys. You think that you're going to go buy a piece of property and go build a homestead and be happy? Absolutely not, because we were designed to be a part of a community. There's a reason why they say that it takes a village to raise a child. We were never designed to get pregnant, be in a house, be by ourselves, wait for husbands to come home from work, and be just surrounded by children all day long, or just to be secluded. And I think that's probably one of the most valuable lessons that I've learned being on the road, traveling in the car, was I suddenly was lacking that sense of community because I didn't have it anymore. I used to have neighbors I'd see every single day, you know, people watching out for me, interaction. And when you're on the road, that's suddenly gone. And you know what? That woman, what's her name? Ali, that woman that unfortunately killed herself, her and her, who was, I don't know his name, her boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend, he tapped into this and how they both realized when they decided to get out of van life together and part ways that they were lacking that sense of community. And so they both just, even though their channel was taking off and they were making all this money, it was like there was a lot going on inside internally that wasn't okay. And I resonated with that because I was like, I know what you're talking about. So, anyways, long story long, that's why I no longer desire to just find a piece of property and build like a homestead because I have no desire to go just be secluded on some 40-acre piece of property by myself. I don't think it's mentally okay for anyone, and especially me. So, you guys will likely see me. This is a lot of blabber, but whatever. It's my live stream. I can do what I want. um, you'll likely not see me do that. I don't desire that anymore. I did, not anymore. But I would rather have a shop in a populated area, probably in Florida. I'd rather have a big shop and live in it and be able to, do just be creative and be around people and network and, you know, and then have a house here in South Dakota and probably spend my summer or like divide my years between the two states would be ideal. And then travel in between, make friends, have caravans. Did I get a shop? No, but I just did what I could do right now. So I rented that house in Tennessee and I turned the garage into a shop. So I got like an air compressor, a welder, a drill press, a few toolboxes, just everything I'm going to need to start out. Unfortunately, the garage isn't big enough to pull a rig inside the garage, which I think is going to pose a huge issue because I'm pretty sure it's about to get really cold. And you don't really like take into consideration the magnitude of how like of the cold before it really hits. Like you think about it, you're like, oh, I'll just, wear a jacket. But no, when it's ice cold, your hands don't work the same. So if you're welding or doing any kind of project in the garage, like if if you work with your hands a lot, like your wrists don't bend the same. So I'm like, dude, you think you're gonna build out these rigs in a driveway with the garage door open in Memphis, Tennessee in December, January, February, March? I might be batshit crazy. So thick coveralls. It's more than that though. It's my joints that freeze up. Thanks, Renee, for deleting bad comments. I appreciate that. I was asked about you, Renee, by my friend Pam that lives in Imperial Beach. She asked me how you were doing. Her son, my friend, my girlfriend Pam has gosh, how old is he? He's getting so old now, like 14-year-old son. Anyways, he stole the car. He stole the car and didn't realize that it was an automatic. I mean, what's it called? A manual, and crashed it. The whole front axle toast. And I was laughing. I was like, oh, and he stole it at 7 a.m. When's the first time you guys, if you were lucky enough to have parents, did you guys steal their car? And how old were you when you did it? I think I was 14 and I stole it at my mom and dad were visiting my grandfather. And I went for a joyride. My sister let me take it. And I think, am I in a funk again? No. I think I was 14 and I took it all night and I smoked a cigarette while I was driving and I thought I was so freaking cool. None of you guys have ever stolen a car, your parents' car? Anyway, so her and I were laughing. So he's at that stage in his life, and he'll always remember that story. That one time that at 7 a.m. he decided to get up and steal mom and dad's car, and he didn't realize that there's a clutch. Freaking crashes it. Thank you, Scott. Just got paid. Oh, that's a clever name. You took your dad's camper van at 13? Dave, that's young. Get a little travel trailer and drunk the Bronco is no longer in the picture, Phoenix. I wanted her to bring it so that we could get photos with it because I haven't, even if you just look at my Instagram alone, like I could have really profited or I could have Yeah. So yeah, that's why I do social media, right? Is to grow the YouTube channel. I'm not into Instagram or Facebook, but I have those things to grow my YouTube channel to essentially, hopefully, bring in more income. I mean, isn't that everyone's goal every day? I'm not any different. But if you look at my Instagram, we could have done a lot better in the 18 months I was living in that Bronco. We could have set up some really killer shots, you know? I got some good bone structure, okay? Just fucking with you. I mean, but anyways, we could have done better. We could have made, some epic calendars and done all that. So that's why she's here, was to kind of, but now it's over. The window has, the time has passed. It's over. Opportunity's gone. I'm no longer living in the Bronco. It's over. Anyway, so yeah, the Bronco's done. Robert, aloha from Hawaii. Oh, I miss Hawaii. Do I surf? Thank you, Robert. Sorry that was delayed. Um, I have surfed. I could never shortboard. I can longboard. Rory tried to teach me how to shortboard back when I was dating him in Hawaii, but how's Miles Davis? He's doing really good, you guys. His toenail broke in half and it went up into his paw. So, yeah, unfortunately, I needed to be clipping his toenails. I just figured they were so active, I didn't need to do that. But yeah, River Song, you inspire me. All that I have seen you do in that Bronco. Yeah, I'm glad that we did it because I think it does hopefully show people that, you can still have I was going to say a comfortable life living in conditions like that. No, that's the lie. It was never comfortable. It was always hell. There were moments when I made it to Florida and we parked at that beach and I stayed at that beach for 2 months and I met that hot guy in a van and had my little romance with him and that was the best time of the whole what a good way to we're just going to pretend that I didn't go to South Carolina and that I didn't go back to Florida. We're just going to pretend that the Bronco days ended during that time in Florida because that was good. That guy and I still talk. He's hot. Anyways, that was the best time. So there's moments that can be good. But yeah, so I hope that the Bronco teaches people that you can have good moments living in really shitty conditions. Because some of us just have to work with what we have. I never had a choice to have anything else but the Bronco. I didn't have a choice to have an AC or a heater or insulation. The thing is like a vortex inside there, so you can't. I never made one phone call in the 18 months of driving on the road. Never made one phone call. I think maybe like one where it'd be like, "Hey, I can't talk right now. It's too freaking loud in here." So yeah, you can get by with just a little bit. Is it the best way of life? Absolutely not. And people would leave comments like, "Morgan, these are the best years of your life. You're gonna look back and be like, oh, those years in the Bronco." Oh, no way! And it's so fun to meet other like people that have lived on the road because yeah, unfortunately, so many people made YouTube channels and glamorized life on the road, and it's like ah. But it is fun to travel. I'll give you that. It is fun to travel. There's a certain I don't know, man. Yeah, you need noise. I can't believe. So I'm wearing these headphones again because the speakers seems to be broken on this phone, but I never discovered noise canceling headphones. However, I could never afford them. Like I was so broke. I have been so poor the last 7 years, and especially on the road. Luckily, I never had to worry about gas, but that's where all my money went was gas. So like I never had the ability to like go out and buy something nice like a $250 pair of noise canceling headphones. But I was finally able to do that this year since my channel had some growth and I bought these in Florida. Oh yeah, with Hawkeye and a band. I bought them right after I met him, I think, and game changers. Holy cow. How did I survive so long without noise canceling headphones? That's on my number one. If you want to live on the road, everyone gets so obsessed with like all these things they might need, like how to store water in a tank that deflates, and all these little lights and all these gadgets, right? For what you're going to need to be living outdoors. No, you don't need any of it. You need a good pair of shoes, good pair of headphones, a guard dog, a gun. You really need a gun. No one's out to hurt you. No one fucking cares about you. I've been a single female traveler for almost. I left my house 3 years ago, you guys. July 21st, 2000 and was it 18? Yeah. Nothing creepy has happened. People always ask me, like, I mean, there's been a couple of weird scenarios, but I don't think those people were out to hurt me. They were just super fans of Unstoppable Morgan. But yeah, so you don't even need a gun. You need a guard dog, some noise cancellation headphones, a owner's manual for your vehicle, some backup, fuel pump, fuel filter, distributor cap, brake fluid, coolant, water, just jugs of water. Don't be getting all crazy. Remember I built that big ass thing for the water on the side of the Bronco to take a shower? Yeah, useless. Have I talked to Dave 2D? Yeah, actually, I just texted him because someone left a comment and was like, dude, Dave turned on you. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I sent him a message. I'm like, are you talking shit on me, Dave? Like, what are you doing? And then I forgot to read his response. So, but yeah, I've talked to him. He's doing good. I'm not one to disclose his personal information, but for the most part, I believe he's doing pretty good. I always tried to encourage him to come back to YouTube. He got so hated on. I think he's afraid because he got really judged. So, yeah, Haynes Manual. Definitely. Sounds like the girls' weekend I just got back from why I don't hang with many girls. Yeah, it's hard. I met this really cool chick, Molly. You guys will see her in the next video. She's got a badass van and she's parked with us right now. We were traveling together for the last day. Justin, what's up, Pamela? Paul Barger? I don't know who that is. It may have been Camo Dave. Oh, yeah, Camo Dave may have turned on me, just like majority of men have been doing to me recently on YouTube. When I don't give them attention or recognition or acknowledge what they're saying about me, they go from being really nice and kind to unstoppable Horgan, very quickly. I will say this to the day I die. The thing you need to fear the most in this world is a man with a hurt ego. So I wouldn't be surprised if Camo Dave turned on me because I told him that he was a piece of shit, basically. He made some video talking about how I was mentally ill up here, and he just said it like probably 50 times in the video. Like, if you got something going on up here, you think renting a house in Tennessee is going to fix it? You think a new truck's going to fix this? You think that, and he just was on a rampage, and it was really rude because I was going through a very difficult mental time in my life where like I wasn't okay. Like, I was not okay mentally. I was snapping. And so for someone to just he could have been more compassionate. Anyway, so I told him to basically go fuck himself. And now if he turned on me because since then whatever. I don't fucking care. Some guy that sits in again, these men, it's all men that want to make money on the internet, but they don't want to put in any time or effort. There's blind views, which I don't mind when he talks about me. He puts up quality content. Good audio, good visual. He's funny. I can appreciate that. But these stupid assholes that just like get in their car. Like I'm the perfect example right now. This is different. This is a live stream. But this is what these assholes do to try to make a full-time living is film like this. Oh, well, that Unstoppable Morgan, she's got some mental issues. She's got something wrong up here. And it's like, Dude, can you please have enough respect for your audience to at least set up a tripod and stop moving around? You're making me want to vomit. But for some stupid reason, I'm watching your stupid video because you're slandering me. Those are my thoughts on that. Little hypocritical, considering that this is the worst lit video I've ever filmed. But it's alive, so give me a break. Yeah, these men are making money off of me. Yes, and these people, if you look at their channels, so I don't typically talk about people, but I still do like Camo Dave a little bit. I think he just had a little lapse in judgment at that time, and I was probably being a little too sensitive just because of what I was going through. But oh, I lost my train of thought. Still like welding, aviation, mechanics, so that's cool. School buses make good RVs. Where are the dogs? They're all sleeping. They're sleepy sleepers. You guys want to see the pups? Thank you. I'm glad we changed the subject because I don't really like talking shit. There's Buddy. There's Mr. Miles Davis. And there's a Boujii back there. Can you guys see her? I don't think you can. But she's back there. And then there's me. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, so if you look at some of these people's channels that talk about me, yeah, there's definitely a difference in their views. So they'll get like 200 views if they just post something. But then if they put me in the title or it falls into the Unstoppable Morgan like hashtag algorithm, then they'll get like 10,000 views. So I don't blame them, but it's just kind of, I don't know, weird. At least if you're gonna, that's why I like blind views because he's not like, yeah, he's, because I like gossip and I like news. And I've always been into, when I was younger, I was really into like celebrity news, tell me all the deets. I want to know all the details and like what's going on. So I can appreciate being wanting to be that kind of person. But yeah, you should put in some, make it quality, like Blind Views does, like good audio, good visual, and he's not mean. And sometimes it's constructive criticism is what I appreciate. So these other guys are just being mean. And that's just like they need some help because at the end of the day it's like, why are you attacking this woman that you don't even know? Like it's kind of sick. I think that the majority of these guys like started to have an obsession over me and then it turned into I don't know. Blind Views is in Tennessee right now. Is he? That's cool. I haven't watched. I turned all my apps off. Like I deleted them and I no longer. I needed to heal for a while before I continued to watch people judge me and hate me and be mean to me and tear me apart and psychoanalyze me and tell me I'm bipolar and tell me I'm multiple personality disorder and tell me I have issues and it's just yeah. So anyways, well, we have seen Morgan melt like a box of chocolate. Like chocolate, she returns to her original form once cooled. I love that. I need to screenshot that. Hold on. That's hilarious. You're awesome. Cool. I can't say his name, Robert. Kawika is asking how is Miles Davis's wrist. He's doing way better. So he just had a broken toenail and it broke so far up that it went into his paw. And so once the vet just trimmed his paws down, he stopped limping because now it's not, he's like, it's just like if you lose a fingernail, imagine if you like are touching it, it's going to hurt. So every time he was stepping down, it was like, ow, 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 because the toenail was touching the ground. So it was just like reinforcing that pain. But now that he cut it back, his toenail's not touching the ground when he puts his paw down. So he's doing a lot better. Boujii's next because now I looked at her toenails and I'm like, oh my God. I just never had to trim them before. I guess it's because we lived by the beach and we did about probably 2 to 3 miles a day on the beach. So that sand just acted as sandpaper. Um, mm. I am a little curious if, but I've had the dogs on the road for 3 years and I haven't had an issue with the toenails. Miles, I've had for how long now? Is that almost 2 years as well? That's crazy. Where the fuck did one of those years go? It's just gone. Um, I'm curious if their toenails are growing more because they hunt every single day now in Tennessee. It's the only reason why I'm in Tennessee is I found this epic spot for them to be able to hunt, and there's no predators like coyotes, fox, like no nothing I need to worry about. Is it making their paws grow because they're catching bunnies every day? I mean, not paws, their toenails grow, their nails psychologically, because they're hunting, right? So their brain is telling their body what to do. I don't know, am I crazy? And so their nails are growing out longer because that's now a way to attack, right? Call me crazy, but they only got long nails since Tennessee, and they hunt like twice a day for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, twice a day. What's up, Robert? Correct pronunciation. I can't pronounce shit today. Oh, hold on, I'm having a pain in my foot. Oh, I think I have a pinched nerve on the right side of my body because I'm getting all kinds of weird pains in my wrist, now in my foot. And it was shooting up to my shoulder earlier today. So, sorry, hold on, let me read that again. W is a V sound. Oh, no way. Fuaka. Wait. Oh. I have a really hard time with any kind of language. I have a really hard time with pronunciation and spelling and had a really bad education. So, hold on. The W is a V sound, so spelled Kawika sounds like Kavika. Oh, Kavika. Okay, I like that. That's a cool name. I mean, did you have to make it that complicated on the kid? You know he's never being called Kavika in school. He's being called Kawika. Are you Hawaii? Are you all Hawaiian? Aren't there only like 12 letters in the what is it that Hawaiians speak again? What's that called again? That language? I just remember Rory calling it pigeon. I don't know. Shit. It's probably racist now. Probably can't say pigeon. I was describing one of my stalkers. I've had stalkers. So I was describing a stalker of mine. And I just said that he was this big black guy. And he basically made me feel like I was being racist because I said that. Because he looked over at Dawn, who's black, and he was like, "How do you feel about her saying that?" And I was like, "I'm just giving you a description." Anyways, you might not be able to say pigeon anymore. That might be racist too. I don't know anymore. Everyone's just so sensitive. How old is Dawn? I don't remember again. I think she's 33. Yeah, 33. So sensitive. I was surprised that, this guy works at a gun shop. I was surprised they even said anything. I guess. Maybe. So I asked her if it was inappropriate. She said no. She said, but some people could take that as being insensitive. So, however, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to be real right now because this is reality. This is really this is some truth right here. I was being open and honest with my girlfriend, and I said, I was traveling across America, and if I went to a Walmart that was full of white people, I was not afraid. However, when I got to Louisiana and it was a Walmart full of, I was the only white girl in this Walmart at one point. Oh, I'm feeling sick again. Um, I was afraid. Why? When? When was I taught to fear Black people? Because I know it happened at some point in my life. So when? And this goes far back. Look at from the beginning of, look at when unfortunately, Black people were slaves. You don't think that during that time that why are the prison systems so full of Black people? You don't think that a majority of them are being wrongfully convicted of crimes that white men actually committed, but a Black guy's being blamed for it? And so somewhere down the line, we've been like almost socially conditioned to fear black, the color of the of that skin, right? Like there's something happened. And so it's like don't blame me for how I was socially conditioned throughout my life. Am I completely off here? I know, don't go there. Anyways, so yeah, the wrong side of the truth for too long. Yeah. So I'm a strong believer in that. That am I completely off, Dave? Okay, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Oh, I don't know, man. You guys go heading off to bed, Hayden. Good night. Oh, it's not the color, it's the culture of gang violence. Maybe. I don't know. Angus, you agree? I don't know. It's just a theory. I feel like you think I'm totally wrong, Spoon. I don't know. I think that's like I don't know. I don't know. Something to think about. The victim card constantly. Gone with the kale. It's like your hobby. I'm just removing you. You need to get out of my life. Wait, I thought you were cool. Wait, I thought God with the kale was cool. I don't know.